Welcome. Today we're diving into the world of HTML, the backbone of every website you visit. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it's the standard language used to create web pages. Whether you're a beginner or just brushing up, understanding HTML is the first step to building your own website. In this video, we'll break down the basics, explore key elements, and guide you through practical examples. By the end, you'll have a solid foundation to start your web development journey. Let's get started by understanding what makes HTML so essential in the digital world. HTML is a markup language, not a programming language. It structures content on the web, allowing browsers to display text, images, links, and more. Think of HTML as the skeleton of a website, giving shape and order to everything you see online. Without HTML, web pages would just be plain text files with no formatting or structure. This makes HTML the foundation upon which all other web technologies are built, including CSS and JavaScript. Understanding HTML is crucial for anyone interested in web design or development. Every HTML document follows a specific structure. It starts with a declaration, followed by the HTML head and body tags. The head contains metadata such as the page title and links to style sheets, while the body holds the visible content. This structure ensures that browsers can interpret and display your web page correctly. By following this format, you create a solid foundation for your website, making it easier to maintain and expand in the future. At the very top of every HTML document, you'll find the DOCTYPE Declaration. This isn't an HTML tag, but a special instruction that tells the browser which version of HTML you're using. For modern websites, you'll use DOCTYPE HTML. This simple line ensures your page is rendered correctly and consistently across different browsers. It's a small detail, but it plays a big role in web development best practices. HTML uses tags to mark up content. Tags are enclosed in angle brackets like P for paragraphs or H1 for headings. Most tags come in pairs, an opening tag and a closing tag with the content in between. These tags tell the browser how to display each part of your web page. Learning the most common tags is the first step to mastering HTML and creating well-structured websites. HTML tag wraps all the content on your web page. It's the root element of every HTML document. Everything you write, headings, paragraphs, images, goes inside this tag. By using the HTML tag, you signal to the browser that everything inside should be interpreted as HTML code. This is a fundamental part of every web page you'll create. Inside the HTML tag, the head section contains important information about your web page. This includes the title, links to CSS files, meta tags for SEO, and more. While the content in the head isn't visible on the page itself, it plays a crucial role in how your site is displayed and indexed by search engines. Always include a head section for a complete and professional HTML document. Body tag is where all the visible content of your web page lives. Text, images, links, and everything users interact with are placed inside the body. This is the section that browsers display to visitors. Structuring your body content clearly makes your website easier to read and navigate, improving the user experience. HTML provides 6 levels of headings from H1 to H6. The H1 tag is used for the main title, while H6 is for the smallest subheadings. Headings help organize your content, making it easier for users and search engines to understand the structure of your page. Use headings wisely to create a clear hierarchy and improve readability. To add text to your web page, use the P tag for paragraphs. This tag separates blocks of text, making your content easier to read. You can also use other tags like strong for bold text or M for emphasis. Structuring your text with these tags helps create a visually appealing and accessible website. Links are created using the tag. By adding an href attribute, you can direct users to other pages or websites. For example, a href equals https://example.com visit example/a creates a clickable link. Links are essential for navigation and connecting your content to the wider web. To display images, use the im tag. This tag requires a src attribute which points to the image file and an alt attribute for accessibility. For example, img src equals image, jpg, alt equals description. Images make your web pages more engaging and visually appealing. HTML supports 2 main types of lists, ordered and unordered. Use ul for bullet points and all for numbered lists. Each item goes inside an lie tag. Lists help organize information clearly, making it easier for users to scan and understand your content. To display data in rows and columns, use the table tag. Inside, use tr for rows, th for headers, and td for data cells. Tables are great for presenting structured information such as schedules or product comparisons. Remember to keep tables simple and accessible. Forms allow users to submit information such as signing up for a newsletter or sending feedback. Use the form tag and include input elements like input, text area, and button. Forms are interactive and essential for collecting user data on your website. Semantic HTML uses tags that describe their meaning like header, footer, nav, and article. These tags make your code easier to read and improve accessibility for users with assistive technologies. Using semantic tags also helps search engines understand your content better. The div tag is a generic container used to group elements together. It doesn't add any styling by itself, but it's useful for organizing your layout and applying CSS styles. Use div to structure your page into sections or to wrap related content. The span tag is an inline container used to style small parts of text or content. Unlike div, which is block level, span doesn't break the flow of text. Use span when you want to apply styles or scripts to a specific word or phrase within a paragraph. HTML comments are added with and comments are not displayed on the web page, but they help you document your code. Use comments to explain sections, leave notes for yourself, or communicate with other developers working on the same project. Attributes provide additional information about HTML elements. They are placed inside the opening tag and usually come in name-value pairs like class equals main or ID equals header. Attributes help you control the appearance and behavior of elements on your page. The class attribute lets you assign one or more classes to an element. Classes are used in CSS to apply styles to multiple elements at once. For example, div class equals container groups elements under the same style, making your code cleaner and more efficient. The id attribute gives a unique identifier to an element. Unlike class, an id should only be used once per page. This is useful for targeting specific elements with CSS or JavaScript, such as creating anchor links or dynamic effects. The style attribute allows you to add inline CSS directly to an HTML element. For example, p_style equals color red makes the text red. While it's useful for quick changes, it's better to use external CSS for larger projects to keep your code organized. The href attribute is used in a tags to specify the destination URL of a link. Without href, the link won't work. Always double-check your URLs to ensure users are directed to the right place. The src attribute is used in im tags to define the image source. It tells the browser where to find the image file. Always include an alt attribute for accessibility, describing the image for users who can't see it. Sometimes you need to display special characters like or and. HTML entities are codes that represent these characters, such as an LT for and an AMP for and. Using entities ensures your content displays correctly and doesn't break your code. HTML elements are either block level or inline. Block elements like div and p start on a new line and take up the full width. Inline elements like span and a stay within the flow of text. Understanding the difference helps you control your page layout. You can place HTML elements inside each other, a process called nesting. For example, a ol list contains lie items and a div can wrap multiple paragraphs. Proper nesting keeps your code organized and ensures browsers display your content correctly. Some HTML tags don't need a closing tag. These are called self-closing tags like img, br, and hr. They're used for elements that don't have any content inside. Always remember to close them properly to avoid errors. HTML5 introduced new semantic elements like section, article, aside, and nav. These tags make your code more meaningful and improve accessibility. Using them helps browsers and assistive technologies understand your page structure better. The header element is used for introductory content or navigation links at the top of a page or section. It helps organize your layout and makes your site easier to navigate. Use header for titles, logos, and menus. The footer element is placed at the bottom of a page or section. It usually contains copyright information, contact details, or links to related pages. Using a footer helps users find important information easily. The nav element is used for navigation menus. It groups together links that help users move around your website. Placing your main menu inside a nav tag improves accessibility and makes your code easier to understand. The section element is used to group related content together. Each section should have a heading, making it easier for users and search engines to understand your page structure. Use section to break your content into logical parts. The article element is for self-contained content that could stand alone, like a blog post or news story. Each article should make sense on its own, even if taken out of context. This tag is perfect for blog entries, news items, or forum posts. The aside element is used for content that's related to the main content but not essential, like sidebars, tips, or advertisements. It helps separate supplementary information from the main flow of your page. The main element wraps the primary content of your page. There should only be one main per page, and it should not include content that's repeated across pages like navigation or footers. This helps users and assistive technologies focus on what's most important. The BR tag creates a line break in your text. It's a self-closing tag, so you don't need a closing tag. Use BR sparingly to break lines within paragraphs or addresses, but avoid using it for layout purposes. The HR tag creates a horizontal line, often used to separate sections of content. Like BR, it's self-closing and doesn't require a closing tag. Use HR to visually divide parts of your page for better organization. The meta tag is placed in the head section and provides metadata about your page like character set, author, or description. Meta tags are important for SEO and ensuring your page displays correctly in different browsers and devices. The link tag is used in the head to connect your HTML document to external resources like CSS, stylesheets, or icons. It's a self-closing tag and is essential for adding styles and functionality to your website. The script tag is used to add JavaScript to your HTML page. Place it in the head or at the end of the body. Scripts make your website interactive, allowing you to add dynamic features like sliders, forms, or animations. Making your website accessible means ensuring everyone, including people with disabilities, can use it. Use semantic tags, alt attributes for images, and proper heading structure. Accessibility improves user experience and is important for legal compliance in many regions. When writing HTML, keep your code clean and organized. Use proper indentation, meaningful tag names, and comments to explain complex sections. Validate your code regularly to catch errors early. Following best practices makes your websites easier to maintain and scale. Congratulations, you've learned the essentials of HTML from basic tags to document structure and best practices. With this foundation, you're ready to start building your own web pages. Next, consider exploring CSS to style your sites and JavaScript to add interactivity. Keep practicing and you'll be creating impressive websites in no time. Thanks for watching and happy coding.